So I don't know what y'all can see behind me. This is the COVID-19 line right there, and it wraps back there and around there. And these people like coming in, probably a bunch of them are for that COVID-19 test. I didn't take the test, but what I did do, let me start with my morning, how my morning went. So then you all would understand why I'm here. I get a call at 8:10 this morning, which is before business hours. For workman's comp, they don't start until 8:30. I get a call from a workman's comp lady that I spoke with last week. And at first, this lady didn't, she was totally against what I was saying. She was all on the bandwagon of let's test and everybody be safe. And then I talked to her and I just told her, like, at what point is enough enough? At what point do you say, I will not do this, no matter who you say it's going to make safe or whatever? And I brought her kids into it. I said, next school season when they say, you know what, we're going to put this little chip in your kid's hand to mark attendance. And so we know what other kids they've been around in school in case a kid gets sick. And then when you say, well, I'm not doing that, I'm going to homeschool, and they say, oh, well, but wait a minute. You're going to have this chip in your kid's hand to homeschool. That way we can mark attendance. We want to know that they're the one at the computer. And then if you don't put this chip in your kid's hand, we're taking them. We're taking your kids from you. So at what point do you say enough's enough before we even get to that? So I got her on my side. I didn't think she was on my side as much as she is, but apparently she is, because she spent the last week and weekend on the phone with facilities throughout Ohio. So she finally gets a hold of a administrator of TriHealth. TriHealth is a competitor to Mercy. Mercy's where I'm at right now. She gets a hold of this competitor at this administration, and they say no, he doesn't have to take the test. If it is a moral objection, we're going to facilitate that. We will just do what we would do for somebody that tests positive for COVID-19, and we will take the extra precautions, which is what I said to begin with. So, moving on from that, that was my happy morning lasted for about an hour and a half. I called my doctor's office, my doctor that said, I will do surgery on you anywhere that you can find if they don't test. If you find a place that don't test, I'll do a surgery on you there. So that's loud. And they're coming here too, I'm sure. Anyway, try to ignore it, I'm sorry. So I called the doctor's office, and of course I can't speak with the doctor, so I speak with his little minions. And of course they're telling me I'm full of shit at first, that TriHealth is requiring it. And then they call me back to tell me that Dr. Hess said that he is not going to do the surgery at another facility other than Fairfield Mercy. And if I don't go do my COVID test, then I am refusing treatment. So I called my lawyer, called my wife, and I came up with a plan. So I just came here to the COVID-19 center. I told all the workers here that I had a moral objection to it. I let them know what this opened them up to by shoving anything in my nose, because I'm not refusing the test. I just think the test is stupid. I shouldn't have to take it, and I have a moral objection to it. But I can't actually say I'm refusing the test, because then I'm refusing treatment. So that's what I did, which, guess what? It led me down another road. So now we have the director of flu, whatever the hell the name of the department is, getting ready to contact the director of surgery to find a way out, because he agrees with me. I've never had no symptoms. As long as I don't have symptoms the day of the surgery, they can take the extra precautions. Everybody's fucking happy. I just want my knee fixed, that's all. And I can't believe I'm having to go through all this bullshit to have my knee fixed. And another thing I asked him was too, is that I wonder how much they will be legally responsible. I forget how exactly worded it, when as a medical facility that the government has its fingers in, refuses treatment on a patient because of their moral objections. So, and like I told him, if I was a black lesbian who was Jewish standing here, they would find an exception real quick. Believe it or not, they would. And he said, well, we can't change company policy. Yeah, okay. We'll see. So that's where we're at. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if I was a black Jewish woman, maybe they couldn't find an exception. Maybe she would have as bitch as hard as me. The problem is that nobody's bitched. And that's the real problem. Like he said, he's like, dude, this is the first time I've heard of this. That's all I've heard for the last 2 weeks. This is the first time I've heard of this. because everybody's just going with what they're told they have to do by the government, or told what they have to do by the medical facility. This place works for me. I paid this place hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years for surgeries and medical treatment and shit. They are employed by me, period. That's how it works. But it's just, the health system's a lot like the government. People look at the government like the government rules you, and people, like, take a doctor for example. A doctor works for you, but people act like they work for the doctor. Like, you know, they go in the doctor's office, doctor, I'm in pain, doctor won't give them no pain meds, and they're boo-hooing about it. Well, fire that son of a bitch and go on to the next one. But the reason I haven't done that yet is because of the financial burden it will cause me and my family. Because what will happen is, if I don't figure out a way to have this surgery on Friday without doing this COVID test, what's going to happen is they're going to put back in their C9 or C84, whatever form that is, and they're going to put me back to work. Which I can do some shit. Like, there's shit I could probably do. I can't do my job though. Even though I don't have a job no more. I can't, there's no way I could work in the field I was in unless I was doing some aviation shit. But I can't get an aviation job for reasons I'm sure everybody already knows. So that's where we're at. Hopefully the phone rings, and hopefully it's some guy named Chris on the other line saying he gets it and come in on Friday. I don't know, we'll find out.